Hello and welcome to Movie Phone. Blockbuster Shrinks is playing now.
The other cool thing that I found as I was doing like some, digging around about Tremors, which I think is hilarious. The premise of this movie, and I don't remember who the writer was or if it was the same. I think it was the same writer that was the director. So this is hilarious, dude. The whole premise of this movie essentially came out of like the lava game. Because they were like, hey,
Oh,
what if a
that makes
person
sense.
was stuck on a rock and they couldn't get off of it? Right, like that's the whole premise. Like, so that first major scene where Kevin Bacon and his buddy are stuck on the rock
Earl.
with Earl, yeah, with the
Valentine
scientist.
and Earl.
Valentine Earl. That's
I don't
fantastic.
remember the
I
scientist's
love
name though.
I love their rock paper scissor game
Oh,
throughout the
it's
whole. And I
constant.
thought
And then I
I
love at the end when they're rock paper. So all the time they're rock paper scissoring to get out of something. And then at
uh-huh,
the end they're rock paper scissoring to do the thing.
right,
Right?
to be
Like
the
they
hero
always,
or to
they always
sacrifice
want
or
to get out. And then finally at the end you see
well,
that
Kevin
that
Bacon
growth.
flips it, right? He flips it, right? He's
Yeah.
all like,
Yeah. Well,
he's
they
like,
both
all
want
right,
to
I
go. They
lost.
both want to be the
Yes,
hero. I
right. Or
think
they
that's
both,
really cool.
yeah, I do too. Yeah, it's a huge arc. It's a huge arc in theirs. But yeah,
I
so the whole premise of the movie was the like essentially the lava game, which I think is great because like we
yeah,
all
as a
relate to that.
and that's so funny. I never thought of it that way, but as a kid, for whatever reason, I always loved that rock scene where they're basically pole vaulting from rock to rock. For
Yeah, that's
whatever
what they do.
reason, I always thought that was so cool.
Well, because
And
it
I
plays
remember as
right.
a kid, like I would always go and get a stick and try to do it. And it's a lot harder to do
It's
than it
so yeah, I
looks in
thought
the
that too.
movie.
As I was watching, I was like, okay, first of all, that monster could totally like, gush up the ground. And then I was like, but and second, I'm like, that is a lot harder, I bet, than it looks. You know
Well,
what I
and
mean?
I was thinking, especially so as a kid, and maybe this is we could do this one too if we want. There's a new one, so I don't know if we'd want to do the original. But as a kid, I remember watching Dune, right? So Dune
Mm-hmm.
was like early
Oh shit, yeah.
80s. And I remember watching Tremors later and thinking, wow, this is like a spoof on
Dune.
like yeah, like the worms,
How
the
cool would that be?
sandworms in Dune.
How cool?
But the lava thing makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, how cool